counter for Grayson Cook leading off for Team Alberta. And takes pitch 1 for a strike. 1-0 moves the count. Pitcher getting ahead of them here. And on the mound for Team Ontario, Luca Lee making his debut here in this tournament. It wasn't featured in their previous matchups on day 1, but day 2 he takes the mound and out to an early 0-2 advantage. As he steps off, tries to get on the same page, looking to put this batter away and remain this pretty elite efficiency so far. 2 pitches, 2 strikes, and make that 3 for 3, a strikeout, foul tip back, catcher keeps a hold of it, and that starts the day off with a swinging strikeout.
Shortstop number 10, Brooks Fraze.
First pitch, and grounder up the middle to the pitcher. It's grabbed, so not much in the way of give me a chance to introduce Mr. Brooks Fraze. A quick grounder up the middle, grounded by Lee, and that's a quick 2 outs. Starting pitcher Ethan Renault now looking to give himself an early advantage here, looking to put a ball in play and potentially make himself the runner on base or do a little more damage than that. His team definitely had some early offense in their previous matchup, a tough luck loss against Quebec that stormed back after being down 6-0 at one point. The final result 10-6, and another ball, good eye at the plate, 2-0. 2-0 the count, and make that 2-1. Catches the high outside corner, gets back into this matchup. 2-1, 2-way in the inning here in the bottom of inning number 1. Again, no runs across so far, and back-to-back strikeouts, or a strikeout and a ground out to the pitcher so far in this inning. As another one high over the pitcher's head, he's not gonna have a play on it, and a strange hop between the second baseman and bounces to his right. So we'll see what they score that one, but no matter which way you spin it, he's on base, and the pitcher helping himself potentially do some damage here.
Number 3, Shea Aldis.
Catcher Shea Aldis at the dish now, batting right-handed here. Runner on first, 2 out in the inning here in the bottom of inning number 1, and taken for a strike. Aldis, a single and a walk in his last matchup. It hits a hard liner just past the outstretched glove of the second baseman. Runner holding up at second on the play, so runners on back-to-back at-bats now, as Alberta may have something brewing here with 2 out, a little 2-out rally. Aldis, as he said, singled in the previous matchup, and has another hit again, his second of the tournament, and on base 3 of 4 times. Catcher going out, just chat with his pitchers, see what they potentially have in play here. Looking to get this out with big Riley Wolbeck, the third baseman, left-handed hitting number 24 to the dish. Runner in scoring position now with the single, and Alberta looking to press Luca Lee, who again started his day with a strikeout and looking for more of the same here after quick 2 outs to begin the outing. Breaking pitch in the dirt. 1-0 moves down. swung on a miss, a little behind that one. Some heat after a breaking pitch, maybe not expected by Wolbeck. 1-1. And that one fouled back, potentially into the other stadium here to the left side. 1-2. Two-way in the inning, runners on second and first after a pair of infield singles, both hard hit balls and some funky bounce as well in the case of Ethan Renault, the starting pitcher. 1-2. Leave the pitch, swung on and missed, ends the threat with a strikeout, starts the inning with a K and ends it with a K. So after one inning played, the score still stands 0-0.
In the bottom of the first, Team Alberta scored no runs on 2 hits with no Ontario errors. Score after 1 complete, Ontario 0, Alberta 0. Ontario at 14 pitches. We would like to take the following moment to thank these sponsors: Kildare Fisheries, City of Summerside, and Sport Entertainment Tourism Summerside.
At Kildare, we know what it means to put on our gloves and go to work. We know the ones who score big are the ones who go deep. Most of all, we understand we're all part of a team, which is why we strive to support a sustainable future for our local fishers and athletes alike, so that there will be many more great catches for years to come. Kildare Fisheries, proudly supporting our local communities, all the way from the ocean to the plate.
Ontario catcher Weston Merritt in at the dish now, leading off the second inning after his teammates went down after a little threat, an infield single and a stolen base to start off, then 3 straight Ks by starter Ethan Renault to get out of it. And Merritt, a pretty big game for himself in their last matchup with a solo home run in that game. So definitely showing some power and potential to draw first blood and put his team on the scoreboard here in the second inning. And check swing. Tipped off near the handle of the bat. 1-2. And that one, nice play over at first. Yesterday's starter for Team Alberta, Lucas Cater, gets up, makes that grab, and that's the first out of the inning. Parker Call, third baseman wearing number 8, the right-handed hitter. And now 1 out in the inning. And Renault. First pitch taken for a ball. Parker Call on base every time in his last matchup. A single, a pair of runs scored, along with a pair of walks and a stolen base to his credit. So a very productive game. He's looking for more of the same here, with 1 away and 1 ball in the count. Make that 2 balls. So 2-0. We're in the second inning at Legends Field in beautiful Summerside, PEI, as we enjoy another day of beautiful weather here for the Ray Carter U15 Cup. note, 3-0. And pitch taken for a strike. Hitters count 3-1. And that one lined to right field, but it's going to pull just foul and out of play. So one hoping to straighten out, but some solid contact that moves the count full, 3-2. 3-2 pitch. Hagen for strike 3. Call doesn't like it, but it is a strikeout looking. His 4th strikeout so far for Luca Lee, 3 of which gone down looking. And in Petro Vratzis, him and Call were the catalyst for the Team Ontario lineup in their last matchup, each kind of following each other in the batting order and following each other on the base paths as well. A pair of singles and an RBI single in the case of Petras in his last matchup. It takes first pitch for a ball, 1-0. And that one up and in, 2-0. And umpire says he went around, 2-1. And that one fouled straight back. I definitely flinched. Back into the backstop, 2-2. So count even, 2-way in the inning here in the bottom of inning number 2. And that one called a ball by the umpire. Count moves full, 3-2. And fouled off to the left base dugout. Now it remains full, 3-2. And swung on, foul back. Got a catchy piece of either the catcher, umpire, or no, it looks like the umpire. Correcting his caller there. Count 3-2. And coach is coming out to chat with the ump. Give him a couple seconds to reset here. Little breather. The crew kind of collecting themselves, gathering and chatting it over, figure out what's right. Seems to be all smiles though, so we look like we'll be back in action here shortly. Three-two count. Renault the pitch. And that one fouled off to the right. The battle continues here. Vratzis not going down without a fight, and we've seen that throughout the tournament so far. And choke it up on the bat, more bat control, just looking to put a ball in play and get his team to potentially start a little two-out rally, much like they did the last inning. And not going to be the case, so another strikeout, make it 5 already in the day for Renault. And the lineup down in order, 1, 2, 3. We see what Alberta has in store, or Team Ontario's offense, I should say, has in store, coming up here in the bottom half of the inning. Leading off, we'll have number 8, Cole Round. I should say Mixing up my lineups here. Lucas Cater, first baseman. The nice play at first defensively, and he's going to go back into the offensive side of things to see what he's able to do for his Team Alberta lineup.
1.5 innings. Team Ontario 0, Team Alberta 0. Pitcher is at 38 pitches. Leading off the bottom of the second for Team Alberta, the first baseman number 5, Lucas Cater.
Cater a single and a strikeout in yesterday's last night's matchup against Team Quebec. He also started on the mound and was named player of the game for his squad. 6 total strikeouts in 3 2/3 innings of work, and a check swing, field of first base, and is called a strike, saying he went around, so 0-1. And swung on a miss, a bit early on that one, the pitch breaking away, a little off-speed action. 0-2 as Cater finds himself in an early hole here, bottom half of the second inning. Perhaps setting the eye line of the pitcher, looking away. We'll see if he tries to throw something high or potentially inside on Cater, the right-handed swinging first baseman. And that one hit hard, high, deep to left, and you can forget about it. That one is gone. A nice swing and a home run to take the lead for Team Alberta. The solo blast on a 1-2 count. He thought the pitcher may have been coming in, and he set his sights forward, got his pitch, and that was gone off the bat. And he knew it, watched it fly, make his way around the base. His teammates get ready for the celebration here, as in the bottom of the second, it's Team Alberta with the first lead of the ball game on a solo home run from Lucas Cater.
Now batting for Team Alberta, the second baseman number 8, Matt Tenorenko.
McLean Tenorenko, the second baseman, swinging on the first pitch, fouls that one back into the right. He's at second base, the right-hander wearing number 8. Following a leadoff solo home run, we'll see what Tenorenko is looking to do as an early 0-2 hole. But much like his teammate, see if he can battle his way back here. As Lee working efficiently, getting ahead in count. It seems like he has some good stuff. We'll see what Team Alberta is able to do here as they choke up in the bats. Swung on and missed. A nice breaking pitch fading away from the right-handed batter. And that's another
now batting for Team Alberta, the right
for
fielder, number
Lee.
11, Gavin Cleland.
Right fielder Gavin Cleland in it now. He came in as a pinch hitter late in their matchup and believe walked away with a single. A strikeout, a near single, call foul, a strikeout in his last matchup, but a good at bat. We'll see if he can put together another solid showing here as he gets the start in right field today for Team Alberta. Takes the first pitch for a called strike, 0-1. That one swung on, another fouled off into the right, 0-2. So 3 straight batters they've faced, and all have gone down 0-2. Nyland swung on and missed. Back-to-back Ks. Swings and misses on that breaking
Now batting for
pitch
Team Alberta,
from
the left
Lee,
fielder, number
fading away from
23,
the right-handers. Another right-hander coming in now. Left fielder Owen Reed, number 23. See if he's able to do a little bit more damage here. The inning, of course, led off by that Lucas Cater solo home run, but he too went down 0-2 to start the at-bat and swung on and missed. Or swung on, dribbler up to first, the pitcher, who tosses it over to first, an easy out. So after a little bit of damage, he settles down, 2 straight Ks, then a weak grounder to the pitcher, and that does it after 2. It's Team Alberta with the lead, 1-0.
First, Team Alberta scored 1 run on 1 hit with no Ontario errors. Score after 2 complete, Alberta 1, Ontario 0. 25 pitches.
It takes passion and a whole lot of dedication to meet Cavendish Farms' high standards. To become an epic late-night snack. Part of the ultimate breakfast. And the dinner crew crowd pleaser. From Canada's favorite French fries to onion rings, hash browns, and potato tots, Canadians can count on Cavendish Farms to serve top quality every time. Cavendish Farms. Made our way, enjoy your way.
Leading off the top of the third for Team Ontario, the right fielder, number 7, Cole Round.
Cole Round, right fielder, stepping in, the left-handed hitting batter, number 7. He's leading off the inning for Team Ontario as they look to strike back, of course, allowing that first run of the ball game, a solo home run from Lucas Cater, and he put Alberta up 1-0. But the pitcher Renault settled in after that, retiring. Or pitcher Lee, I should say, settled in after that, retiring the next 3 batters, 2 strikeouts, a weak dribbler to the pitcher. And now it's Renault's turn to see if he can return the favor, and he's already had a pretty solid start to the game, 5 strikeouts to his name already. And he removed that infield single and stolen base in the beginning. No damage on base so far, no traffic aside from that. Let's see if Round can change that. Number 8 in the lineup, the right fielder. 1-1 the count. And that one taken high, 2-1. And that one swung on, up the middle, through for a base hit. A hit in any league you play in, folks, barring a crazy shift. But that is a single and a great way to start off the inning for Team O. Left fielder Nolan Landry in now, looking to pick up his teammate. Of course, got on with the infield single, Cole Round. Landry a strikeout and a sacrifice bunt in his first game. And the runner back in there just in time. A snap throw over, a good move. The runner back in. And that one taken for a ball, 1-0. Round knocking some dirt off of his hands as he's potentially looking to go here. A little more generous of a leadoff as the pitch goes home. And that one taken for a called strike, count even, 1-1. So looking over to the coach, see if they have anything potentially in play here. Doesn't look like any signs coming down. And throw over to first. Back in plenty of time. Keeping him honest over there, though. Trying to keep the running game in check, and that's always important in this game. Base runners, especially runners in scoring position, that is what's going to ultimately decide who comes out on top, especially in a matchup that seems as close. He's off on the pitch, swung on and missed, potentially hit and run and play, but the speed of Round makes that an easy stolen base. He's in there ahead of the throw, and don't knock the potential added value of that swing by Landry. Whether it was a hit or run or not, maybe he thought his teammate may have been caught. It was that swing that caused that extra little half-second delay, allowed his team to swing in, or slide in safely to second here. None away in the inning, runner in scoring position after leadoff single. 1-2 is the count. And that one taken for a ball. Good eye to play, just didn't catch the outside corner with that breaking pitch. 2-2. No, looks back and a little stumble at second, but no one around, but definitely in the base runner's head. 2-2 the count. Doesn't want to get too big of a lead. And that one swung on and fouled to the left side. Well out of the stadium over to the batting cage area. Count remains even, 2-2 here in the top of the third. Renaud already 5 strikeouts to his credit, looking for another, but this count moves full, 3-2. Again, if you're just joining us, a Cole round single followed by a stolen base has runners in scoring position here with none away in the inning. 3-2 count to Nolan Landry. And taken high for a ball. Runners at first and second now, base on balls from Nolan Landry as the bottom of the lineup. Really doing some damage and helping their cause for their lineup. 8-9 reaching base with the number 10 starting pitcher.
Take a moment to thank the following sponsors:
getting ready to
Tourism
first
PEI,
at-bat of the tournament.
Cavendish Farms,
We'll see what the coach
Quality
has in
Inn
store
Suites.
for him. We've seen some strictly pitchers do some sacrifice bunts, get some down. But we'll see what we have in play. Of course, these young ball players certainly very talented. The reason for being here is their talent level. So we'll see what they're able to do in meeting on the mound for Team Ontario as they try to figure out what is, or Team Alberta, I should say, as they figure out a way to get out of this sticky situation they find themselves in. So number 27, starting pitcher Luca Lee, batting from the right side here. The infield, corners in. The middle infielder is playing back, looking to potentially turn two should a pitch be hit for them and give them a little more range to field the ball to either side. And he's already squaring the bunt, and potential sacrifice coming here as the runner's back. Steps off the plate. So it looks like the first baseman's going to be charging in this play. But let's see what is able to happen as Lucas Cater is already prepared to charge. Trying to keep that runner close at second. And bunt. Just foul to the left side. Lee trying to do that sacrifice, move 2 runners in the scoring position with 1 out. Definitely set the lineup up for success in this inning. Let's see if the call changes from his coach.
Where do you want to bunt? You're want the first baseman there? This play?
No ball,
Want him to play the
1 strike, 1 in, and squaring to bunt is Luca Lee, and he pulls back for a called strike 2. So see what he's able to do here, whether the bunt is still on or whether he will be swinging away here with 2 runners on, none away in the inning. And it looks like he will indeed be swinging away as the infielder playing more traditional sense, and that one taken for a ball. Good eye to plate from Ethan Renaud's counterpart, starting pitcher Luca Lee. So 1-2 after a bunt that went just foul, a pulled back bunt that caught a corner of the strike zone, then a ball just below the bottom of the zone. So 1-2, runner in scoring position now, none away in the inning. A single and a base on balls, guys, where we are now, and taken for strike 3. move back to the top of the lineup now. That's the 6th K for Ethan Renault,
Lucas Hudson.
4 of which have been strikeouts looking. An infield single for Hudson to lead off the ball game, followed by a stolen base, his 2nd of the tournament. So 2 runners on for him. Let's see what he's able to do here. Had some solid hits, just floated just a little too much and got caught by the outfielders in his last matchup. Let's see if he can kind of straighten those out and do a little more damage for the lineup and get Ontario back into this thing, looking to get on the scoreboard here for the first time in day 2. And taken for a ball, 1-0. Another pitch. And that one lined to left field, looking like it's going to get down. It is indeed. Runner being waved home. Runner staying at 2nd and 1st. That pitch. And the runner advancing to 3rd. No one covering 3rd base. Some heads-up base running from Nolan Landry. And it looked like the runners beheld the 1st and 2nd. It's an RBI single for leadoff hitter Lucas Hudson as he knocks in the runner from 2nd. And then, again, great base running by Landry, noticing that 2 people went out to the shortstop and the 3rd baseman went out to cut off the throw. No one covering 3rd, and he advances to the open base, that 390 feet. And those could be that could be a big play in this ball game. That extra runner in scoring position, still just 1 away in the inning. Extra hitter Chris Delorier in now, number 22, the lefty. See what he's able to do. Runners on the corners now, 1 out. For even 1-1, hard up the middle and eats up the shortstop. 1 run will score. Hudson, well, close play at 2nd. Thought about rounding the 3rd, changed his mind and got back just in time. It's an RBI single for Chris Delorier.
Now batting for Team Ontario, the shortstop, number 9, Hunter Bartha.
So back-to-back RBI singles, runners at 2nd and 1st as Hunter Bartha comes in now. Number 9, the shortstop. And first pitch, swung on and missed. Looking to get in on the action like his teammates. And a little ahead of that one, a little jumpy in the plate. 0-1 moves the count.
Now batting for 35, Kellen Sullivan.
Won the count, 1 out, and that one bounced on plate, but no advance from the runners. Bartha a single in his last game. Let's see if he can do some even more damage on the base paths with the bat here. It's 1-1 the count, 1 out in the inning. We're in the 3rd. Ontario jumping out to a lead here after trailing 1-0. And a liner to right field. That might get down, just foul of the right field side. So with the jump his teammates had, potentially 2 runs scoring the play, had that been 3 or 4 feet to the left and just inside that left field or right field foul pole. But as is the case, that's a foul ball. 1-2 moves the count. 1 away in the inning. And Ontario already 2 across here in the inning. And that one lined through the hole between 2nd and 1st. At least 1 run will score. No. Hudson called back, and a good call by the 3rd base coach. Initially waving around, but wants Hudson to hold up. Hudson wanting to score, as any base runner would, but the bases now loaded for the lineup. So a pretty big rally. Only the pitcher out so far this inning. So we've got 3 straight singles. Bases loaded for Cooper Lord, who struck out the last inning, the big left-handed hitter. So we'll see what they're able to do. Alberta certainly looking for a potential double play to limit the damage here, but 2 runners in scoring position, some speed at 3rd, and 1 strike in the count.
Now batting For 37, Ben Costello.
And another one. Keep it in the dirt, 1-1. And that liner, tailor-made for double play, shortstop. And a play made. They get out of the jam. So a knock to this is a 6-4-3 double play. And just like that, only 2 runs come across. Ontario threatens, but leaves the bases loaded. So at the end of the 2.5 innings, it is 2-1 in favor of Team Ontario.
In the top of the third, Ontario scored 2 runs on 4 hits with no Alberta errors. Score after 2.5 innings, Ontario 2, Alberta 1. Alberta had 63 pitches.
Luke Lee returning to the mound here, and he's been pretty good so far and trying to keep Alberta off the scorecard here. Already a solo home run to his credit, but as it looked, only 3 total hits given up, but one being that solo home run. That's for all of the scoring so far for Team Alberta, as Chase Coutre, the extra hitter, number 12, the left-handed swinging. And he's got some speed as well. He is up into the dish, looking to get his first taste of action here in day 2. And Coutre was batted second for the team. A trio of ground outs for him, and swinging, and that one called foul, maybe off the toe of the batter, or the shin guard of the batter. 0-1 moves the count. And Paul, 1-1. And that one called strike on the outer part of the plate, the top of the zone. 1-2. So 4 Ks already for Luca Lee, and he's looking to make another here with the number 10 batter, Coutre, and a good eye at the plate. Pitcher wanted it, umpire not giving it to him. 2-2 moves the count. And time called and granted by the umpire. So we're in the 3rd inning. Ontario jumping out to a 2-1 lead after trailing previously, but 2 runs and a strikeout now for the first out of the inning. Struck out looking. That's number 5 the fifth strikeout for Luca Lee. Now back to the top of the lineup, center fielder Grayson Cook. He struck out in at-bat number 1. And before the first pitch, Lee stepping off. And swung on a miss, the pitch low and in, 0-1. And that one gonna go just foul down the left field side, 0-2. So Lee working very efficiently, coming right at these batters. And aside from the solo home run, they haven't really had an answer for him. And that one outside, 1-2. And swung on and missed. The pitch low in, top of the catcher. He makes the tag just in case, but it is a strikeout, his second game for Grayson Cook. And now on to Brooks Fraze. He grounded out to the pitcher in his first at-bat to see if he can do something a little different and benefit his offense here with 2 away in the third. And takes first pitch for strike 1. So 0-1 count, 2 out in the inning. And Lee, breaking pitch, dips just low. He's trying to find a little bit, talking to his catcher what they're going to do to get this out, 1-1. Now 1-1 pitch from Lee. And that one a little farther, a little bit too much break. Perhaps pulled it just a tad out of his hand, 2-1. Brooks Fraze, the shortstop here today, wearing number 10. And Fraze featured in the lineup the other day as he's good eye for 3-2. So 3-1 count, 2 away in the inning. We'll see if Fraze is swinging away here. He had a pair of singles, including a 2 RBI single in their last one. But no, he takes that one for a ball. We'll see if he potentially stretches it here. But the coach tells him to hold up as that pitch gets away from him. So wild pitch, a walk, and a runner on base. A base on balls for Brooks Fraze. Ethan Renault now, he had a single in his first at-bat. Bit of a strange hop on the single, but just kind of landed and then jumped to the right of the charging second baseman. So runner on first, 2 out, and that one in the dirt, and then quick snap throw to first. Back in plenty of time is Fraze, 1-0. One and 0 pitch, and that one hard up the middle, past the outside glove of the second baseman. They'll stretch it. Runner is going from second and third. Being waved around is Fraze. They'll see if he makes a quick play. The play in safely. An RBI double. What a solid piece of contact. Just past the glove of the second baseman. Splits the outfielders of right and center. And just like that, we are tied. RBI double from Ethan Renault. So helping his own case, the starting pitcher, as he now moves the score even. So runner on second, 2 away, a 2-out rally for Team Alberta ties things here in the third inning with Shea Aldis, the catcher. And now see if he can pick up his pitcher. Already Renault proved he could do it with his bat, and his batter made a chance to knock him as well. Him in as well to give Alberta another lead here. the single already in this one for Shea Aldis. And takes that one high and inside for a strike, 1-1. Yeah, swung on and missed. That's 2 strikes on the batter now. So ball and 2 strikes. As the wind picks up here in the booth. Yeah, swung on and fouled back. A survival swing at the plate count still holds 2-2. Two and 2 count, 2-way in the inning, runner at second, and the score tied at 2. Here on Legends Field in Summerside as Luca Lee steps off and checks the runner back to second here as opposing pitcher Ethan Renault responsible. An RBI double the previous at-bat. Now his catcher, Shea Aldis, looking to knock him in. 2 and 2 count. And fouled back, not able to hold on to it is the catcher. Merritt, so we'll do it again. 2 and 2. So catcher out on the mound, talking with the pitcher, talking about how they're going to put away this batter. So a quick chat, take a little breather, and 2 and 2 is the pitch.
Yeah, the pitch count will be right. 46. Hey.
So 2 and 2 count, 2 outs in the inning, runner on second, score held at 2. Lee with the pitch, that one taken inside to move things full, 3 and 2. So 3-2 pitch. Luca Lee checks on runner. Delivery home. Taken for strike 3. Aldis doesn't like it, but that ends the inning. So a strikeout looking for Aldis. That is strikeout 7 in the ball game so far for Lee as he escapes with only 1 run scoring, the RBI double by Ethan Renault, the other starting pitcher, and we're held at 2-2 here as we roll into the 4th inning on day 2 of the Ray Carter 15U Cup.
At Kildare, we know what it means to put on our gloves and go to work. We know the ones who score big are the ones who go deep. Most of all, we understand we're all part of a team, which is why we strive to support a sustainable future for our local fishers and athletes alike, so that there will be many more great catches for years to come. Kildare Fisheries, proudly supporting our local communities, all the way from the ocean to the plate.
Weston Merritt.
Weston Merritt in now, leading things off for Team Ontario as they look to get back into the lead here. A RBI double by Ethan Renault struck the things even here, 2 and 2, and Renault back on the mound, and he's been pretty good so far, and he's looking for more of the same here. Already 6 strikeouts to his credit, and a first pitch strike, first pitch swinging is Merritt, 0 and 1. Merritt a pop fly to the first baseman in the last inning. That one called strikes by the drop pitch, so 0-2. Merritt a solo home run in his last game. His only hit of the ball game. And that one swung on and missed. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, and gone goes Merritt for the out number 1 here in the 4th.
Baseman number 8, Parker Call.
Parker Call now went down looking on a pitch in his previous at-bat, but a very good day at the plate in his previous game. On base every time, a single, a pair of runs scored, one on after getting walked, and then a stolen base, the other walk in his final at-bat. And that pass ball by the catcher, 1-0 moves the count. Parker Call at the dish, takes called strike 1. Now even 1-1 and 1 away here in the top of the 4th inning. And that one inside, taken for a ball, 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike, 1 out in the inning. We're all tied up at 2 here as we're in the top of the 4th inning. Call at the dish, swung on and missed. 2-2. A healthy cut at that one. The bat just a little behind that of fastball, and the fastball breaking ball combo. A nice mix, and Renault has been doing a great job of keeping these hitters off balance as he hits one, and that's fouled back off into the right out of the stadium. Count holds 2-2. And taken, strike 3 called. That's 2 Ks now in the inning. 2 away as Renault looks to keep things rolling as Ketros Varances is stepping in. He went down on a strike, swinging his last at-bat as well. So a very important part of the lineup. These are the few batters, the series of batters that certainly led the way for Team Ontario in their last matchup. 6, 7, and 8, doing a lot of damage. Or 5, 6, and 7, I should say. That's Weston Merritt, Parker Call, and Petro Varances, resulting in several runs for their lineup and on base every time. Here's the swing and a miss, a pitch in the dirt, maybe a little bit ahead of that one. 1-1 moves the count. Francis choking up on the bat now. 2 away in the inning. And catcher setting up way outside. Pitcher hitting the target, but no swing, no offer at that one for Varances. 1-2. And that one inside does not catch the front side of the corner. Renault wanted that one. 2-2 moves the count. So a lot of twos on the scoreboard. 2 outs in the inning, an even count, and the score held at 2 apiece here. So we're in the top of the 4th inning. And that one swung on and may get down. It will indeed get down between the fielders. It's going to hop off defense, and in for a stand-up double is Varances. A good battle, stayed alive, fouled off some tough pitches, and is able to line one out to right center field, split the gap, and is in for a double here with 2 outs.
Fielder number 7, Cole Round.
The first extra base hit for Varances. He had a pair of singles in his last matchup, including an RBI single, but now he's on second. 2 away in the inning with Cole Round, right fielder, stepping in for a second at bat. He has a single and a stolen base so far. Varances got some pretty good speed and a pretty decent lead at second. Not looking to go, though, as first pitch taken for a ball to Round, the left-handed swinging number 7.
Number 15, Donovan Dion.
And that one lined left, just going to cut foul out of play near the mound bullpen area. 1-1 moves the count here in top of the 4th inning. 2 out, 1 runner on second after a double by Petro Varances, the second baseman. 1-1 again holds the count. Ethan Renault, a great start so far. He's looking to keep them off the boards, keep Ontario from scoring on him here as pitch inside, the foul back, staying alive, 1-2.
We would just like to take a moment to let both teams know that we will be
one of those
using the
kind of
flip
vibration.
pitch count and not the digital.
One ball, 2 strike.
13 pitches.
2 outs in the inning. And that one taken for a ball, 2-2. So Cole Round again, a single in his last at bat. A single here could score the go-ahead run. He fouls one back to the right, out into the in-between area between the 2 stadiums here that are the home for this year's Ray Carter U15 Cup. Beautiful Summerside, Prince Edward Island. A beautiful day for it yet again. The sun starting to peek out amongst the clouds. Whether that's good or not for the outfielders, it's great for the spectators as they are enjoying the sun, enjoying some great baseball as the score held at 2-2. 2's all over the scoreboard here. Count even with 2 away in the inning. And that one taken for a ball past the catcher. Varances is going to move over to third on the play on the pass ball as the count moves full, 3-2.
Leading off, number 21, Adam O'Brien.
Three-two pitch. That one taken outside for a ball. Well worked at bat. A walk for Cole Round on base both times so far. And now Nolan Landry, who he himself worked a base on balls in his first at bat, and then a heads-up piece of base running, taking third base when both the shortstop and left fielder went to be the cutoff man for a ball that was hit to the outfield. So runners on the corners here. 2 out in the inning. Alberta looking to keep Ontario off the board. Renault, first pitch. That's going to go well towards his cause. A strike. 0-1. Again, Ontario pressing here. Runner at third. And runner from first off and a fake throw. They're going to concede that base. So a stolen base for Cole Round as Petro Varances again moved over to third on a pass ball or a wild pitch. And now it is runners in scoring position for Team O. With Nolan Landry, number 74, our left fielder here today. And he swung on, fouled back, 1-2.
Number 87, Cassius Davis.
1-2 pitch, hit hard to second base, corralled by the base bit, thrown, called out at first, so run would have scored on the play, potentially 2 had that been beaten out, but it is called out at first by the first base umpire. A great play by McLean Tatarenko to end the inning. So no runs come across. It is 2-2 as we head towards the bottom of the fourth inning here, with Team Alberta looking to scratch in another run here in this inning and retake the lead here on day 2 of the Ray Carter Cup in Summerside.
On the one to hit with no Alberta errors. Score after 3.5 innings, Ontario 2, Alberta 2. Alberta had 88 pitches. Leading off the bottom of the fourth for Team Alberta, the third baseman, number 24, Riley Wolbeck.
Get a couple of bungee cords and just hold it there. That's what I'm saying. Because there's nothing to connect this on. They don't. I just went looking for bungee cords.
And on the mound now, Chris Delorier taking over the right-hander. First pitch sails over the catcher. 1-0 moves the count. So he takes over for Luca Lee in this one. And Lee had a pretty good outing in the so far, or previously. 11 strikeouts and swung on into the other ball field. A solid hack at that one for Riley Wolbeck, who had a strikeout in his previous at-bat. So Wolbeck again counting for one of the 7 total strikeouts so far by Team Alberta, but doing a better job here. 3 balls, 1 strike. The leadoff batter in the inning, the big third baseman from the left-hand side. Let's see what he's able to do here. It's the new arm, Delorier. And that one swung on and fouled off to the left again, so that one out of play. We'll do things again here, this time with the count full, 3-2. Full count pitch from Delorier. And that one fouled back. Change of pace pitch out in front. Lucky to get a piece as he lives to fight another day in there. 3-2.
I'm going to go over there and take a look.
Yeah, okay. I'll hold this. I'll go down there.
That one hit hard. Second baseman gets in front of it. That play to first, but called safe. Cooper Lord, they had the batter beat, but the foot just misses the bag. Some miscommunication. Lord started to go for the ball that was hit to the left side, the right side. Second baseman got there. Lord kind of did some backtracking, but the runner, he beats it out. He gets there. See whether it's named a single or a error on the first baseman. Either way, leadoff runner is aboard for Team Alberta as It's Lucas Cater up at the dish now, and a solo home run in his first at-bat. He can do more damage here. And pitch taken for a ball, 2-1. 2-0.
So
Swung on and missed, 2-1. So none out in the inning. 2 balls, 1 strike. Wolbeck on first. Cater, hard swing. So some confusion here. Umpires going to get in position. So Bach called on Delorier and a swing on the pitch. Count holds at 2-1. So runner in scoring position now. Wolbeck getting on base. It beats out a throw to first. And then a good eye at the plate from Lucas Cater. Now 3-1. Ball hit into the field as the wind wreaking havoc out there, knocking the hat off of the Team Ontario left fielder Nolan Landry looks to throw the ball out of play to the sidelines. And that one low and outside. A walk worked as runners on first and second now, none away, as the coach coming out to the mound to talk to his new pitcher.
We'd like to take a moment to thank the following sponsors: Kern and Briggs, Mill River Resort, and The Fix. Now batting for Team Alberta, the second baseman, number 8, Matt Teterenko.
McLean Teterenko, second baseman, in now. He went down swinging on his last at bat, but runners on for him, none out in the inning. 2 runners, 1 in scoring position, squares the bunt and takes it, pulls back the breaking pitch at the far batter's box, knocks up some dirt, and 1-0 moves the count. So we'll see if that changes plans here at all for his team as the wind picking up here. Certainly wreaking havoc potentially for some fly balls. We've already seen a few unique hops, and we'll see if there's more of that potentially in store as he squares the bunt and leans out of the way. A pitch high and in, perhaps should have pulled that one back, but strike just the same, unable to get a piece of it. 1-1. Runners second, squares the bunt again, gets one down. A nice sacrifice bunt. Only play is indeed to first, and he's safe. A great play. You love to see it. So a sacrifice bunt turns into a bunt single. As again, some miscommunication at first led to the second baseman covering as the first baseman charged. A close play, but he beats it out. The speed of McLean Teterenko. Now bases loaded and none out. And Gavin Cleland in now, a first pitch strike taken. Cleland went down swinging his last one, takes that one for a strike. 0-2. So none on the inning, 2 runners in scoring position now as Delorier steps off. Delorier found himself in early trouble here as he comes in relief, and that one high and inside, just not breaking enough, that front door breaking ball. 1-2. Fans hoping to see some offense here And that one taken for strike 3. Not a fan of it is Gavin Cleland, but it is the first out of the inning, a strikeout looking his second strikeout of the game. Owen Reed, number 23 left fielder, stepping in now. He grounded out to the pitcher, but looking for a different result here with 3 runners on, 2 in a scoring position, and a chance to take a lead here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And that one taken for strike 1. We're getting ahead of the batter.
Leading off for Manitoba, 19, Will Mateo.
And a half-hearted swing there, goes all the way around, 0-2. So 2 strikes on him now, and this will be a big out for Delorier to work out of a bases-loaded jam. And taken high, 1-2. So we'll see what he's doing here, what the catcher is thinking. Perhaps a breaking ball down to the dirt or another high fastball. We'll see what Owen Reed is able to do. Chokey up with the bat, looking to put the ball in play here. Another one inside, not enough, does not catch the front part of the plate. 2-2, count moves even. So count even, 1 out in the inning, and Peter down to first. It's called a strike just the same by the umpire. So strikeout looking a big out, number 2 for Delorier. So bases still full, but Team Ontario a chance to get out of this without any additional damage on the board, without giving up this current high score of 2-2. So Chase Coutre, the extra hitter in this one, he's up at the dish now for Team Alberta. He batted second for the team, and a solid hit down to the second baseman. Bobble, they play at first, a close play, but the out recorded. So 3 runners left stranded as a ground out to the second baseman ends the thread here. So Delorier, some early trouble when he came into the game. They allowed a single, a walk, and then a bunt single that the runner was able to beat out the throw. But comes back with 2 straight strikeouts looking and a induced ground ball at the second to wrap up the 4th inning. We roll into the 5th. Score still tied at 2.
Something happens when you're released from routine. You're free to let go, to dig in, to let yourself get carried away. You find that feeling you've been missing here on our island, maybe even a little above it. Come find your island, Prince Edward Island.
Leading off the top of the 5th for Team Ontario, number 17, Mason Dennis.
A new addition to the ball game here, number 17, Mason Dennis comes in relief of Luca Lee. So Dennis steps up to the dish now, replacing the spot of the starting pitcher. And I believe Mason Dennis made an appearance in their last game as well, potentially as a pinch hitter, as he came into the lineup. I believe was relieved by a pinch runner. Yes, indeed. So a pinch single, and then he was pinch run for, and that worked out. The runner did indeed get a steal following that, but a good at bat so far. 2-0 on Mason Dennis, number 17, a third baseman and pitcher. According to our player profiles here, takes the first strike in the at-bat, 2-1. And takes a, the umpire says it caught a piece of him. That is a hit by pitch on base. So 2 at-bats in this tournament, 2 times on base for Mason Dennis, doing his job as Hudson coming up now. He had an infield single, a stolen base in his first at bat, then his second go around, an RBI single. So certainly setting the table for his lineup, the great speed he has in the leadoff spot. And a quick throw over to first. Keep him honest over there as the runner still getting his lead as that quick snap throw came from Renault. Eight strikeouts so far for Renault in this one as we're in the fifth, and a couple of hard strides, but no run or no runner advancing to second. No stolen base attempt at 0-1 moves the count. And squares the bunt, but pulls back just in time on the low pitch. Moves count even 1-1.
Next up, number 11, Gavin Bueller.
So 1-1 is the count. Runner on first, none away here in the fifth inning. Throw over to first again, in safely. A bit of a closer play, but the pitcher more so just wanted to keep tabs on the runner, make sure he's held in check. But Hudson has been an important piece of this lineup. He scored a run in the previous game after drawing a walk, and he already has an RBI single to his credit. This one, another hard ball hit to the left field, holds up just long enough with the wind here in Summerside to be caught by the left fielder for Team Alberta. That's Owen Reed. So first out in the inning, a solid piece of contact, but a line out to the left fielder. So Chris Delorier, he recently took over on the mound after starting the game as the extra hitter, and now he has a chance to get another RBI, a RBI single in his previous at-bat, and a chance to do some more damage here with a runner on second, that being Mason Dennis, who came in as a substitute pitcher, or substitute player, and got hit by a pitch.
Now pitching for Team Alberta, number 24, Riley Womack.
And Riley Womack now taking to the mound. Started the game at third. Now he's taking over. Gonna get a couple warm-up pitches here. One away in the fifth inning. So that does it for Renault, who had a great showing in this one. 8 total strikeouts and was pretty dominant throughout. The only real damage came on a couple of singles early on in the contest, but he really settled in and was able to kind of manage the game from there on out. Definitely started off hot. A lot of strikeouts looking. 6 of his 8 strikeouts were to batters looking. So Womack stepping in now, his first taste of pitching action in this one after a couple days of playing the field, playing third base. So we'll let 24 get a few more swings in before he faces the other recently entered pitcher, Chris Delorier, number 22, who again already has an RBI single in this one.
Now batting for Team Ontario, the pitcher number 22, Chris Delorier.
So left-handed swinging Delorier in as the inning is prepared to set on the go once again. 1 out already recorded, that coming by Ethan Renault, of course relieved by his teammate here. Previously started at third base, but it is Womack now first pitch, runner on first, and taken high, 1-0. We'll see if Mason Dennis is potentially going to be on the go. And Nathan Causeway in on first base for Team Ontario, and that one hit hard to the left fielder. Holds up just long enough. Another one that on this windy day with the wind blowing in holds up and is a fly out to left field for the second out.
The shortstop number 9, Hunter Bartha.
Hunter Bartha in now, a single in his last at bat. Runner on first for him, and Yeah, Nathan Causeway, as I was saying, native of Whitby, Ontario, replacing Cooper Lord, who had a couple of miscues at first, and swing and miss from Bartha. I should say Lucas Cater, actually. Pitch over to first, and in plenty of time, though. Just some dust knocked up into the face of the umpire there on the first base side.
Now batting, number 19.
So a few arms warming up in the Team Ontario side of things as Bartha, shortstop, takes pitch for a ball, 1-1. 2 out in the inning, runner in scoring position. Team Ontario looking to take the lead here in the late goings of this one. We're in the top of the 5th inning. Day 2 here at Legends Field in Summerside. 1-1 pitch. And a little half-hearted swing, foul tip, caught by the catcher, 1-2. Nice breaking pitch, a front door curveball. Not able to get much on that. Fouled straight back, and chance to wrap up the inning here without any damage coming across. 1-2 is the pitch, 2 out in the inning. Runner at first in safe is Mason Dennis back in pretty easily. And runner off on the pitch, swung on and missed, and that will be an advancement, a dropped third strike, what would have been a stolen base for Mason Dennis, but a swing, but he gets there just the same. So Hunter Bartha did a job, got on base, maybe not the traditional route, but a dropped third strike. And Cooper Lord in now. He grounded into an inning-ending double play to the shortstop his last at-bat.
Now batting number 34, Rylan Zilligan.
So Woolback, runner in scoring position now with a pitch, hard foul back, 1-1. A healthy hack at that one, Lord, and he has some power. We've seen a couple of hard-hit balls for him so far in this tournament. Looking to get a solid swing on one here, potentially knock in a run and give his team the lead here in the top of the 5th. Yeah, swung on and fouled back to left-hand side, out of play into the concourse area. It is 1-2. So the cleanup hitter, Cooper Lord, in exactly what position you want him to be in for this lineup. The big first baseman, left-handed swinging, 1-2 count. Woolback at the pitch, taken outside. Good eye, moving the count even, 2-2. And that one hit hard, gathered by the second baseman, throw to first, stretch, and the out recorded. A great play out there by McLean Tatarenko, and that ends the inning. So a ground out to the second baseman, and no runs come across yet again as we shift to the bottom of the 5th inning, where Team Alberta will look to get back on the scoreboard here with what could be a change on the mound.
With no Alberta errors. Score after 4.5 innings, 2-2. Alberta at 11 pitches. Lizard Skins is the official back grip supplier for Baseball Canada's national teams and national championships. Lizard Skins industry-leading back grips come in a variety of styles and colors and are trusted by top athletes in the MLB and players around the world. Check out lizardskins.com for the latest high-performance back grips.
Laurier remains on the mound for Team Ontario as back to the top of the lineup for Team Alberta. Grayson Cook, 2 strikeouts to start out this one, but he's at the top of the table pretty well for his team in the previous matchup against Quebec yesterday evening. A bunt single to start things off, a sac fly RBI, called that up to the base on balls, and a hard hit ball, a force out at third.
Leading off the bottom of the 5th for Team Alberta, the center fielder number 4, Grayson Cook.
So we'll see if there will be a bit of an answer. Some offense and trouble in the base pass, both teams, but was not able to get that big clutch hit to get their team ahead in this one as we're in the bottom of the 5th inning here. Day 2, game 1 here on Legends Field, and squares the bunt, and that one goes just foul. And we've seen that already. As I said, his first at-bat in the last game, he led things off, set the table with a bunt single. So we can do more of the same, use those wheels. Third baseman playing inside the third baseline, as is the first baseman inside the baseline. Squares the bunt again, and that one tipped back right into the glove of the catcher. So fielders back to a more traditional defensive setup as he'll be swinging away 0-2. That one, half swing, appeal, no swing, says the third base umpire, 1-2. And that one taken inside, 2-2. So a good bit of work to work this count back to even after 2 failed bunt attempts for Grayson Cook, the center fielder here in this morning's contest. 2-2 the count. Taken for ball 3. So Delorier letting Cook off the hook a little bit. Got off to an early 0-2 count. Count now full 3-2. We'll see what happens here. Looking for some potential action. Ball in play. And not in Delorier's case as he strikes him out swinging. That's 3 Ks now for Grayson Cook. Brooks Fraze now, his last AB, a base on balls. Number 10, he's at shortstop here for them today. And ball taken high, 1-0. Laurier's pitch. Hooked that one just a little bit far to the outside of the plate. 2-0. And another one hits the foot grooves dug into the other batter's box. 3-0. 1 out in the inning. We are tied in the bottom of the 2nd. 2 runs apiece. And that one over for a strike. 3-1. Delorier need that get me over fastball, and he got it. So we'll see if Fraze will be swinging away here. And takes called strike 2. So count move full. 3-2. Fraze a pair of singles, including a 2 RBI single in his last matchup yesterday evening. He swings at that one, and it's going to land just in front of the center fielder, Hudson. So another single, and he is on base. 1 out with 1 runner on for Team Alberta.
Now batting for Team Alberta, the first baseman, number 14, Ethan Renault.
Ethan Renault in now, and he started out as the pitcher in this one, and a great game for him on the mound. But now he's looking to do even more damage with the bat. An RBI double in his last at-bat. Even more speed at first for him again.
We would like to take a moment to thank the following
sponsors:
with
Atlantic
Baseball Academy, Summerside Source Sports, and Summerside Dairy Queen.
8 Ks for Renault on the mound. We'll see if he can continue to do work or damage with the bat as well. As I said, infield single followed by an RBI double in his 2 at bats so far. So been productive on both sides of the ball. Takes that ball called strike 1. And a healthy lead for Brooks Fraze at first. That one high and outside, and Fraze going to walk in easily to second. So there goes that traditional double play situation as runner moves into scoring position. With this is the same position that our batter Renault found himself in his previous at bat. Runner in scoring position, and he laced an RBI double to the gap in right center. So Delorier gets back the runner at second. And the pitch, that one inside. He wanted to catch the inside of the zone, just not quite enough movement to come back around 2-1. And a quick pitch, 2-2. Maybe not necessarily quite a quick pitch, but no leg lift. I think keeping the runners in check, pitching from the stretch. And swung on and missed. That is a big out, number 2. A strikeout of Renault, who again has been doing damage with the bat. So we'll see if his catcher can pick him up. Shea Aldis, number 3. He has a single and a strikeout so far in this one. And Aldis, another productive day for him so far. Last game, a single, a walk, and then a fly out to center field. So put the bat on the ball, and he already has a single in this one. Another single here could potentially score the go-ahead run here in the bottom of the 5th. Runner at second will be Brooks Fraze. So 1-0 the count, 2 away in the inning, taken for strike 1. One pitch. Breaking ball breaks a little too much into the opposite batter's box. 2-1. And Merritt going to go out and have a chat with his pitcher, see what he feels is working for him, what they can do to get out of this inning. In another precarious position, runner in scoring position. Quick chat. We'll get sorted and see if they can get out his counterpart catcher, Shea Aldis. And that one line just fouled. The crew warming up down there in the bullpen down the right field line, taking cover as trying to let the teammate make a play, but no chance on that one as the count moves even 2-2. So 2-2 count. Delorier with his delivery. And that one a little too much on the outer part. 3-2, count moves full. So another great at bat for Shea Aldis. Runner in scoring position now. A single could score the go-ahead run here in the bottom of the 5th. We're into the latter innings now of this one. Game 1 here on day 2 of Legends Field. And Delorier, understanding the importance of the pitch, stepping off before the delivery of this full count matchup. And the pitch called for a ball. That is runners on first and second now with 2 away in the inning. So Riley Wolbeck in, looking to do himself a favor. He recently took over on the mound. Now he has a runner in scoring position as well as a teammate on first here. So same thing still stands. A hit could be pretty huge and potentially line him up for a win in this one. And it looks like that just about does it for Delorier as his coach comes out to relieve him of duties. I believe it's Parker Call relieving him on the mound, number 8, who started the day as our third baseman. So we'll get a few warm-up pitches. We'll step away. We'll be right back with this day 2 action of the Ray Carter U15 Cup in just a moment. Parker Call taking to the mound now, and first pitch swinging is Wolbeck. 0-1, and it is a big spot. Wolbeck taking to the mound for Team Alberta the last half, or the first half of the inning. But it's a chance to give himself a lead here. The score holds 2-2. And a hard hit ball high in the air. The wind can make this tricky, and it drops. That is two fielders down. It gets by them. 2 runners will score on the play. So a base hit, a double for Wolbeck, doing himself a pretty big favor. So RBI double. Make sure everybody is okay, but the wind certainly playing some tricks on everybody. RBI 2-run double.
The third baseman, number 5, Lucas Cater.
That is a tough play. It's one of those no-man land balls that just kind of get past the outstretched arm. And it's Mason Dennis stepping into action at third base, relieving Parker Call. So warm welcome to the third base position, as second or third, short, and left field all thought they had a play, and a slight collision there. Ball drops, rolls away. 2 runs score in the play. So a lead taken late here, bottom of the 5th inning, by Team Alberta, as goes to 1-1. Score holds 4-2. Another runner in scoring position. The opposing pitcher Riley Wolbeck doing the damage there. Again, RBI double with Lucas Cater coming in. He already has a solo home run to his credit and a walk. And a healthy swing of that one, 1-2 at the breaking pitch away. And that one up and in and taken for a ball, 2-2.
Ready to go do dynamics.
And that one spiked into the dirt, and Wolbeck's going to take third on the play as it goes back to the backstop and bounces away from Merritt. So full count, runner at third. Alberta a chance to increase their lead here, as it's been a tough out. Lucas Cater went down 0-2 in his first at bat. That ended with a solo home run, so definitely willing to battle in there. And this one hard on the ground to third. Dennis, the throw across the diamond, out in plenty of time over at first to Lord. That does it, but 2 runs come across on the RBI double by Riley Wolbeck, and we'll see if he takes back to the mound here in the 6th inning as we near the conclusion of this one. 2 more innings to go. Alberta leads 4-2.
In the bottom of the 5th, Team Alberta scored 2 runs on 2 hits with no Ontario errors. Score after 5 complete, Alberta 4, Ontario 2. Ontario at 8 pitches.
At Kildare, we know what it means to put on our gloves and go to work. We know the ones who score big are the ones who go deep. Most of all, we understand we're all part of a team, which is why we strive to support the sustainable future for our local fishers and athletes alike, so that there will be many more great catches for years to come. Kildare Fisheries, proudly supporting our local communities, all the way from the ocean to the plate.
Now in the game for Team Alberta, number 9, Jackson Klimke.
And Jackson Klimke taking over for Owen Reed in left field.
Leading off the top of the 6th for Team Ontario, the catcher number 58, Weston Merritt.
Weston Merritt now the catcher batting in the 5 spot for Team Ontario. He's coming to the dish. A home run in his last game. Let's see if he can do something here to get at the very least a runner on base for his Team Ontario squad that recently went down by 2 there in the bottom of the 5th, and takes the first pitch for a ball. 1-0. And that pitch taken for a strike now, 1-1. And ball, no strike called by the umpire. Does not like that one, does Weston Merritt, the opposing catcher. He understands the umpire's strike zone, and the coach not a fan of it either. But that struck down pretty quickly. 1-2 holds the count here. Leadoff batter, Weston Merritt in now. Catcher setting up far and away. And that one called strike 3. Merritt doesn't like it. Maybe some discussions to be had in the bottom half of the inning, but it is a strikeout looking here as Wolbeck looking to have his scoring, his RBI, 2-run RBI double hold up as he's doing himself some favors here. A leadoff strikeout looking with Parker Call, his opposing pitcher, coming to the plate, and that one up and in. So not only does he do some damage, but he a little perhaps accidental inside fastball at his opposing pitcher. Call already have gone down looking twice in this one. Ball 2. Just a bit high in to the outside. Taken high, 3-0. Strike call, 3-1. So it's certainly a little more contested of a matchup for Team Ontario on this one, who threw a combined perfect game, but a great hit for Landry up the middle. 3-1, hitters count. He knew what he was looking for, and he got it, lacing a single into center. That is a runner on, a nice single with 1 away in the inning. And again, these are the guys that set the table for their team in that big win over Team BC. A single by Call, and both him and Varances have great speed. Has already an aggressive couple of strides off of first, does Call have. 1 away in the inning. Ontario trailing by 2 here as Wolbeck with a pitch. Taken high for ball 1. Steps off, Wolbeck trying to get on the same page, and now time granted for Varances at bat, the second baseman. He already has a hit to his credit, a double in his last at bat. See if he can make it another one here. And with the speed on first, there's a chance that doing such could potentially cut into this deficit as a little half-hearted swing. Umpire says he went around. Moves the count even, 1-1. And swung on and missed. 1-2. So Call, another couple of healthy strides off of first. Nothing too much to warrant a throw from the pitcher. 1-2. Wolbeck and the liner into right field. Holds up just enough for the right fielder. Tries to get Call back at first. A healthy arm, but Call back just in time. A well-struck ball, but right at the defender in right field, Gavin Cleland. So a line out and that is the second out of the inning. Cole round, and now he has a single and a stolen base, followed by a walk and a stolen base, so has certainly done his part for the lineup here. A runner on first for him for the single from Parker called. 2 out in the inning, and first pitch swinging and into the other ball field goes that one over the left or third base side of the diamond. Round number 7, number 8 in the lineup, wearing number 7 in the right field for us today, but recently took over the dish here. 1-1, 2 outs. His team trailing by 2, so it would be a big run if he's potentially able to knock in his teammate or get himself across here. So we're in the 6th, the penultimate inning here, barring extra innings, and pitch high, ball 2. Round wanting to make good contact. Back control important, choking up at the dish as the pitch comes in, and healthy swing, but just off 2-2. So I expect even more of the choking up at the plate here for this left-handed swing. It's very quick-footed right fielder. So call, not much of a lead over at first with Round at the dish. And swung on to the pitcher, Wolbeck. He's going to take it most of the way. Soft toss to first, and that does it. No threat, no runs come across. Wolbeck able to do his part. A RBI double in his part of the previous inning, and then shuts down the lineup. It is 4-2 currently for Alberta as we roll into the bottom of the 6th inning here at the Ray Carter Cup in Summerside.
Ontario scored no runs on 1 hit with no Alberta errors. Score after 5.5 innings, Alberta 4, Ontario 2. 29 pitches.
And here we go at the bottom of the 6th, the 7th in the order. Second baseman McLean Tatarenko lead things off for us. It'll be a big possible insurance run for Alberta if they are able to get 1 or more across. Currently leading by 2 here in the bottom of the 6th. And first pitch swinging is Tatarenko. Like the no gloves approach, pretty classic, pretty old school. But he steps in there. Already a productive day for him. Was initially, I believe, set to be a sack bunt, but the speed just beat out a throw at first. And we'll see what he can do with the bat in his hands here. Count even 1-1. And that one, nice bit of framing by the catcher Merritt. Steals a strike for his team. 1-2. And grounder softly hit to the third, and in and out of the glove of Dennis. And Tatarenko making things happen. That's what happens when you put the ball in play. You never know. And just like that, a runner on base.
Now batting for Team Alberta, number 6, Lachlan Lavery. Now batting
6 for 11.
number 6, Luke.
So Lachlan Lavery in now for Gavin Cleland. So Lavery getting his first at bat here in this one. Number 6 in the lineup. We'll see where he takes over defensively in the bottom half. But Lavery, a hit by pitch in his only appearance in their last game. And Lord charging in from first for the potential bunt. That led them to a issue though, the last sack bunt, that the runner bet him back to the bag. But Lavery, again, his second at-bat of the tournament, first one, not an official at-bat as it was a hit by pitch, and he gets one down, a nice sack bunt, drops it right in front of the pitcher, and second baseman covers first, keeps his toe on the bag just barely, but a productive at-bat gets the runner over into second. Again, a big insurance run. So he gets his teammate over, and that's winning baseball right there. Again, Tedorenko playing a big role in this one. Just
now batting for Team Alberta, number 9,
a couple of great plays at second, and then using his speed, using his back control to get on base. Now runner in scoring position for number 9, Jackson Klimke, who took over in left field for Owen Reed. This back half of the top half of the inning. Swinging at that one down in the early 0-2 hole. Klimke takes that one down and in. 1-2. Runner in scoring position here now. Important to at least have a productive at-bat. Potentially a ground ball to the right side. Allow his teammate to advance another 90 feet. But 1 out. Pitch swung on. Foul to the left side. Out of play to the warm-up, the batting cage area here in Summerside. So 1-2. We'll see what Parker Call has in order here. Of course, Call's second inning work on the mound. And the pitch taken for strike 3. A big out, number 2 for his squad. So that is 2 away here. Runner in scoring position for Team Alberta as they look to extend the lead.
The extra hitter, number 12,
Chase Coutre, the extra hitter in the lineup. Number 12, the left swinging. And he had some productive at-bats the other day, and he's looking to continue that work with first pitch swinging a healthy cut. Does Chase Coutre have again second in the order last game. He's got a ground out to second his last at-bat, looking to do something a little more, potentially hit some outfield grass, and if he does, potential to extend this lead to 3, all-important 3-run lead. Call coming right after him, 0-2. And comes right at him, foul tip caught by Merritt, and that does it for the inning. So a strikeout swinging, and Call does his job, pushing it to the 7th inning here. It'll be a big inning for his squad, trailing by 2. We'll see what Ontario is able to do as they currently trail by a score of 4-2.
Ontario 22 pitches.
Kobe Jenkins now in right field, relieving Lachlan Lavery who laid down a pinch hit sack bunt in relief of Gavin Cleland. So does his job, and then is replaced in the field defensively. Kobe Jenkins here, an important inning of work, the 7th inning. I need all the defensive help you can have as the team currently leads by 2 runs, and they'll trust Wolbeck to get them the rest of the way. He's the reason they're in the lead, and he'll look to wrap things up here as Nolan Landry leads things off. Walking his first at bat, then a ground out to second base and squares the bunt, but little too hard of hands at that one. Fouls it back. Maybe a little jumpy in the box, got a little ahead of himself. 0-1 moves the count. And good eye on that one, not catching the far side of the zone. 1-1. And healthy cut at that one does Nolan Landry have, but he comes up empty. 1-2. And choking up on the bat a little bit, a little more back control, put the ball in play. We've seen that good things can happen when you do that indeed. 1-2, Wolbeck with the pitch. And that one called for strike 3, a big out in number 1 as we move to Mason Dennis now. He came in as a pinch hitter in relief of Luca Lee. Had a hit by pitch in his first at bat. We'll see what he can do here. Mason Dennis been up the bat 2 times in this tournament. A pinch hit single in last game, and now I guess not technically an at bat, has got hit by a pitch, but he's been on base every time so far. Let's see if he can keep that tradition going, and takes that one inside. 2-0. So Riley Wolbeck started at third. Now he's on the mound looking to wrap things up and helping his cause. 2-1. Again, that RBI double could prove to be the difference. That was off the bat of Wolbeck, a high fly ball over the head in that little no man's land between third and left field. The wind maybe playing some tricks on the fielders. It dropped, rolled past, and 2 runners scored on that play. And now even. 2-2 goes the count. And that one high, count full, 3-2. Three-two pitch. Swinging and missing. That is a strikeout. So Wolbeck looking to keep this momentum rolling. That's back-to-back Ks here. Some clutch pitching for the big right-hander, as he could very well be the reason his team comes out on top in this one. Big with the bat, now even bigger moments on the mound, but he's facing leadoff hitter Lucas Hudson. The lineup rolls over and starts it out with a ball. Hudson, a infield single, a stolen base, and then followed that up with an RBI single. He lined out in his last at bat, but a solid hit ball to left field, and we'll hope to keep him off the base paths here, as he would represent a runner that could potentially help cut into this lead for Team Ontario. And then a solid cut there, 1-1. Ball goes foul to the third base side. Two-way, 1-1 pitch taken for ball 2. Wolbeck wanted that one, but just didn't quite bend around to catch that front side of the plate. And Hudson, another one, screamer over the left field fence. That one out of play. Count moved even, 2-2. So big moments here, 2-2 count. Wolbeck on the mound, 2 outs. Facing leadoff hitter Lucas Hudson, and dribbler just fouled right of the first baseman, so we'll do it again, 2-2. Let's see what the Team Ontario center fielder is able to do here. Hudson. And swung on and missed in the dirt. We'll have to get the out recorded at first, and that does it. A big performance by Riley Wolbeck, and a huge win for his squad as he not only gets the winning RBI, but I believe he also gets the win on the mound as a result, as he came in just prior to that solid clutch hit. And that wraps things up here for Game 1 of Day 2 of the tournament. Team Alberta taking it by a score of 4-2. We'll stick around for the naming of the players of the game. For the entire crew here for Universal Media, thank you for tuning in, and we'll be back here not too long. A day full of action heading our way here in Summerside, and our field at least getting back in action with Nova Scotia and New Brunswick. That first pitch set for 2:30.
No runs on, no hits with no